Welcome to Yankee Stadium. 83 Philadelphia against 73 New York. The kick from Gogelak. The kick from Gogelak is returned 15 yards by Young. Christ on the tackle. The hand off to Oliver. Oliver with a 3-yard run. Deutsch with the tackle. Jaworski fades back to pass. Medium cross. Jaworski throws incomplete to Quick. Flag on the play.
Roughing the passer. Defense. Number 79, 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Jaworski gives to Haddix. Haddix gains 2 on the sweep. Campbell on the tackle. 2nd and 8 from the 39. Jaworski is back to pass. Jaworski throws underneath to Oliver. Jaworski with the pass to Oliver. Flag on the field. Third and 1. Jaworski barks out the signals. Harrington with the handoff. Harrington the ball carrier, no gain. Deutsch on the tackle. Runager deep in punt formation. Athos waiting inside his own 10. "51-yard punt by Runager, out of bounds. Snead with the handoff to Johnson. With daylight. Johnson on the carry, gain of 15, Hopkins on the tackle, first down. Snead with a 7-step drop. Long hitch to Tucker. Snead throws incomplete to Tucker, Hopkins on the coverage. Snead drops back to pass. Short slant to Grimm. Snead completes the pass to Grimm, gain of 6, Edwards on the tackle. 3rd and 4. Snead at the line. Takes a quick drop. Short cross to Tucker. Snead throws incomplete to Tucker, Hopkins on the coverage. Blanchard from punt formation. "40-yard punt by Blanchard, return of 17 by Young. Jaworski takes a deep drop. He took Quick against Williams. Jaworski to Quick, gain of 15, Williams on the tackle, first down. Jaworski fades back to pass. Medium hitch to Quick. Jaworski with the pass to Quick, incomplete, Williams with the coverage. 2nd and 10 from the 32. Jaworski sets to throw. Short hitch to Williams. Jaworski completes the pass to Williams, 11-yard gain, Lockhart on the tackle, first down, 1st and 10 from the 21. Jaworski calling signals. Williams with the handoff. Williams on the carry, gain of 7, Flowers on the tackle. 2nd and 3. Takes a 5-step drop. Medium slant. Jaworski completes the pass to Dixon, touchdown 83 Philadelphia. Franklin T will try the point after. The kick by Franklin is good, 83 Philadelphia 7, 73 New York 0. Franklin to kick off. Roland with the handoff. Roland the ball carrier, gain of 5, Hairston with the tackle. Snead gives to Roland. Roland with a gain of 3 on the play, Robinson on the tackle. 3rd and 2. Snead back to pass. Medium hitch to Johnson. Snead throws incomplete to Johnson.
Pass interference, defense. Number 58, 5-yard penalty. Automatic, first down.
1st and 10 from the 43. Johnson with the handoff. 2-yard run by Johnson, Griggs on the stop. 2nd and 8 from the 45. Snead gives to Johnson. Johnson with a gain of 1 on the play, Hairston on the tackle. 73 New York breaks the huddle. 3rd and 7 from the 46. Snead fades back to pass. Snead throws to Johnson. Snead completes the pass to Johnson, gain of 5, Griggs on the tackle. Blanchard to punt. Chiara waiting inside his own 10. .30-yard punt by Blanchard, fair catch by Chiara. The handoff to Williams. 4-yard run by Williams, Gregory with the tackle. 2nd and 6. Jaworski at the line. Fades back to pass. Jaworski is sacked by Mendenhall, loss of 5. 3rd and 11 at the 18. Jaworski drops back to pass. Medium cross to Quick. Jaworski to Quick, gain of 18, Williams on the tackle, first down. Jaworski barks out the signals. Jaworski back to pass. Short slant to Quick. Jaworski throws incomplete to Quick, Williams on the coverage. 2nd and 10. Williams takes the handoff. Williams on the carry, gain of 3, Lockhart with the tackle. 3rd and 7 from the 39. Jaworski drops back to pass. Medium in. Jaworski to Quick, incomplete, Williams on the coverage. Runager to punt. .51-yard punt by Runager, fair catch by Athos. 1st and 10 from the 10. Snead pitches left to Johnson. Fumble. Johnson on the pitch, gain of 6, fumble recovered by Edwards, 83 Philadelphia ball. Jaworski calling signals. Jaworski hands to Harrington. Harrington the ball carrier, no gain, Boych with the tackle. Williams with the handoff. Williams with the carry, loss of 1, Douglas on the tackle. 3rd and 11. Jaworski back to pass. Jaworski is sacked by Goich, loss of 7. 31-yard attempt for Franklin. Runager to hold. Franklin made the 31-yard field goal, 83 Philadelphia 10, 73 New York 0. Franklin with the kick. Someone jumped. Possible free play for Snead. He sets to throw. Short hitch to Rowland. Snead passes to Rowland, incomplete, penalty on the play.
Encroachment defense. Number 71, 5-yard penalty.
Logan in run support. Snead barks out the signals. Snead gives to Johnson. Johnson the ball carrier, gain of 13, Edwards on the tackle, first down. Snead hands to Johnson. 3-yard gain by Johnson, Robinson with the tackle. Snead at the line. Fades back to pass. Snead throws deep down the sidelines. Snead to Grim, incomplete, Edwards on the coverage. 3rd and 7 from the 49. Snead with 3-step drop. Short hitch to Johnson. Snead to Johnson, gain of 5, Briggs on the tackle. Blanchard from punt formation. Chiara waiting inside his own 10. A 22-yard punt by Blanchard, no return. The handoff to Harrington. Harrington with the carry, no gain, Hughes on the tackle. I formation. Jaworski shovels it to Williams. Williams with a 5-yard run, Lockhart with the tackle. End of the first quarter, 83 Philadelphia 10, 73 New York 0. 3rd and 5 from the 27. Jaworski drops back to pass. He checks down to Hoover. Fumble. Jaworski to Hoover, gain of 6, fumble recovered by Kenny, 83 Philadelphia maintains possession. Jaworski back to pass. Medium slant to Quick. Jaworski passes to Quick, incomplete, Williams with the coverage. 2nd and 10. Harrington with the handoff. Harrington on the sweep, gain of 8, Boych on the tackle. 3rd and 2. Jaworski at the line. Jaworski fades back to pass. Medium hitch to Quick. Jaworski to Quick, incomplete, Williams with the coverage. Runager back to punt. A 36-yard punt by Runager, return of 11 by Athos. 73 New York trailing by 10. Snead gives to Johnson. Johnson with the carry, gain of 4, Logan with the tackle. 2nd and 6 at the 38. Snead gives to Rowland. Rowland with a 3-yard run, Logan on the tackle. 3rd and 3 from the 41. The give to Johnson. Johnson on the carry, gain of 5, Robinson on the tackle, first down. Roland with the handoff. Roland with the carry, gain of 3, Robinson with the tackle. Snead sets up in the pocket. Short cross. Snead to Green, touchdown 73 New York. Gogelak will try the point after. Gogelak makes the extra point, 83 Philadelphia 10, 73 New York 7. Here's the kick from Gogelak. The kick from Gogelak is returned 16 yards by Young, Christ with the tackle. Williams with the handoff. Williams lost one on the play, Biles with the tackle. Harrington takes the handoff. Harrington has daylight. Harrington on the carry, gain of 35, Flowers on the tackle, first down. The give to Williams. Williams the ball carrier, gain of 3, Gregory on the tackle. Penalty on the play.
False start. Offense. Number 76, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
Penalty on the play.
False start. Offense. Number 76, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
73 New York jump. Possible free play for Jaworski. Jaworski is back to pass. Jaworski is sacked by Lockhart. Penalty on the play.
Encroachment defense. Number 68, 5-yard penalty.
83 Philadelphia up 3. Second and 12. Jaworski fades back to pass. He checks down to Harrington. Jaworski to Harrington, gain of 9, Biles on the tackle. 3rd and 3 from the 32. Jaworski fades back to pass. Jaworski dumps it to Quick. Jaworski completes the pass to Quick, gain of 5, Williams on the tackle, first down. The handoff to Harrington. Harrington with the carry, gain of 6, Flowers on the tackle. 2nd and 4 at the 21. Jaworski calls out the signals. The handoff to Williams. 4-yard gain by Williams, Mendenhall on the tackle. 83 Philadelphia ahead by 3. 3rd and inches. Jaworski at the line. Harrington takes the handoff. 1-yard gain by Harrington, Kelly on the stop, first down. 83 Philadelphia by 3. 1st and 10 at the 16. 9:26 left in the second. Williams takes the handoff. Williams gains 4 on the sweep, Biles on the tackle. 2nd and 6 at the 12. Jaworski at the line. He fades back to pass. Jaworski throws to Cav. Jaworski throws incomplete to Cav. 3rd and 6. Carmichael faces a double at the line. 11 play 61-yard drive. 6:35 off the clock. Jaworski back to pass. Short hitch to Carmichael. Jaworski throws incomplete to Carmichael, Athos on the coverage. 19-yard attempt for Franklin. The snap from Morris. Franklin missed the 19-yard kick. Johnson with the handoff. Johnson with the carry, gain of 2, Hairston on the tackle. Second and 8. Sneed with a quick drop. Sneed is sacked by Harrison, loss of 5. Third and 13 from the 17. Sneed with a short drop. Short cross to Tucker. Sneed passes to Tucker, incomplete, Hopkins on the coverage. Blanchard to punt. "51-yard punt by Blanchard, return of 13 by Chiara. First and 10 at the 45. Jaworski fades back to pass. Short slant to Carmichael. Jaworski passes to Carmichael, incomplete, Athos on the coverage. Harrington with the handoff. Harrington gains 3 on the sweep, Douglas on the tackle. Third and 7 at the 48. Draw to Oliver. Oliver on the carry, gain of 4, Files with the tackle. Runager back in punt formation. Athos waiting inside his own 10. "38-yard punt by Runager, 6-yard return by Athos. First and 10. Sneed at the line. Sneed gives to Johnson. Johnson the ball carrier, loss of 1, Clark on the tackle. Second and 11 at the 15. Sneed fades back to pass. Sneed is off and running. 5-yard gain by Sneed, Wilkes on the tackle. Third and 6 from the 20. Sneed fades back to pass. Medium slant to Tucker. Sneed completes the pass to Tucker, gain of 13, Hopkins on the stop, first down. First and 10. Give to Johnson. Johnson with a gain of 4 on the play, Williams on the stop. Some confusion on the defense. 73 New York in a hurry up. Sneed fades back to pass. Sneed throws short to Herman. Timeout, 83 Philadelphia. Third and 6 at the 37. Sneed sets up in the pocket. Short hitch to Johnson. Sneed with the pass to Johnson, incomplete, Briggs on the coverage. Blanchard to punt. "46-yard punt by Blanchard, return of 12 by Chiara. First and 10. Jaworski back to pass. Medium out pass to Quick. Jaworski throws incomplete to Quick, Williams with the coverage. Second and 10 from the 29. Jaworski hands to Oliver. Oliver on the carry, gain of 4, Jacobson on the tackle. 83 Philadelphia by 3. Third and 6 from the 33. Jaworski fades back to pass. Jaworski checks down to Hoover. Jaworski completes the pass to Hoover, gain of 5, Athos on the tackle. Runager deep in punt formation. "42-yard punt by Runager, return of 6 by Athos. Sneed with the give to Rowland. Roland on the sweep, gain of 11, Hopkins on the tackle, first down. Second and 10 from the 37. Snead fades back to pass. He dumps it to Roland. Snead to Roland, gain of 12, Williams on the tackle, first down. Second and 10 at the 49. Snead to throw. Snead fires downfield to Johnson. Snead is intercepted by Griggs, return of 48. Jaworski fades back to pass. Jaworski throws to Williams. Jaworski completes the pass to Williams, touchdown 83 Philadelphia. Franklin T will try the point after. Franklin missed the extra point, 83 Philadelphia 16, 73 New York 7. Here's the kick from Franklin. The kick from Franklin is returned 11 yards by Love, fouls on the stop. Snead running. End of the first half, 83 Philadelphia 16, 73 New York 7. The kick from Franklin. The kick from Franklin is returned 16 yards by Love, fouls with the tackle. 73 New York breaks the huddle. Johnson with the ball now. Johnson with the 2-yard run, Williams on the stop. Snead fades back to pass. He throws underneath to Roland. Snead with the pass to Roland, no gain, Robinson on the tackle. 3rd and 8 from the 21. Snead barks out the signals. Draw to Johnson. Johnson with a 4-yard run, Armstrong on the tackle. Blanchard to punt. Helpful wind at his back. "48-yard punt by Blanchard, fair catch by Young. Williams with the handoff. Williams with the carry, loss of 1, Tipton with the tackle. Pitch right to Williams. Williams on the pitch, no gain, Campbell on the tackle. 83 Philadelphia by 9. 3rd and 11 at the 26. Jaworski drops back to pass. Jaworski is sacked by Hughes, loss of 11. Runager deep in punt formation. "41-yard punt by Runager, return of 7 by Athos. Johnson with the handoff. Johnson the ball carrier, gain of 2, Griggs on the tackle. Snead is back to pass. He throws to Hermon. Snead is intercepted by Young, return of 25. 1st and 10 at the 39. Jaworski gives to Harrington. 6-yard run by Harrington, Flowers on the tackle. Jaworski hands to Harrington. Harrington gains 1 on the sweep, flag on the field.
Holding, offense. Number 50, 15-yard penalty.
2nd and 19 at the 48. Prevent defense. Jaworski back to pass. Medium button hook to Quick. Jaworski throws incomplete to Quick, Williams on the coverage. 3rd and 19 from the 48. Jaworski fades back to pass. Medium cross to Quick. Jaworski to Quick, gain of 16, Williams on the tackle. 39-yard kick for Franklin. Franklin made the 39-yard field goal, 83 Philadelphia 19, 73 New York 7, Franklin with the kick. The kick from Franklin is returned 12 yards by Houston, Ellis on the stop. Shovels it to Johnson. 2-yard run by Johnson, Robinson on the tackle. 2nd and 8 at the 19. Snead hands to Rowland. Rowland on the carry, gain of 2, Griggs with the tackle. 3rd and 6 at the 21. Snead fades back to pass. Snead passes to Grimm. Snead completes the pass to Grimm, 8-yard gain, Edwards on the tackle, first down. Snead calling signals. Running left. 4-yard run by Johnson, Robinson on the tackle. New York trailing by 12. Running left. Johnson with a gain of 2 on the play, Robinson on the tackle. 73 New York down 12. 3rd and 4. 9:28 in the 3rd. Snead fades back to pass. Snead throws to Rowland. Snead to Rowland, gain of 2, Robinson with the tackle. Blanchard to punt. Helpful wind at his back. "47-yard punt by Blanchard, return of 12 by Chiara. 1st and 10 at the 28. Jaworski gives to Williams. Williams on the carry, 3-yard gain, Campbell on the tackle. 2nd and 7 from the 31. Jaworski gives to Oliver. Oliver with the carry, no gain, Athos on the tackle. 3rd and 7. Jaworski to throw. Jaworski throws to Woodruff. Jaworski to Woodruff, incomplete, flag on the field.
Holding, offense. Number 75, 15-yard penalty.
Runager back in punt formation. Wind in his face. "40-yard punt by Runager, fair catch by Athos. 1st and 10 from the 29. Snead drops back to pass. Medium hitch. Snead completes the pass to Johnson, gain of 9, Griggs on the tackle. The give to Johnson. Johnson with a 3-yard run, Clark on the tackle, first down. 1st and 10. Snead at the line. Snead gives to Johnson. Johnson on the carry, 3-yard gain, Robinson on the tackle. Hand off to Johnson. Johnson lost 3 on the play, Griggs with the tackle. 3rd and 10 from the 41. Snead fades back to pass. Medium into Tucker. Snead passes to Tucker, gain of 16, Hopkins on the tackle, first down. Snead gives to Johnson. Johnson with a 1-yard run, Robinson with the tackle. New York down by 12. 2nd and 9 from the 42. Snead at the line. Takes a deep drop. Snead is sacked by Hairston, loss of 8. 3rd and 17 from the 50. Snead sets up in the pocket. Snead throws underneath to Rowland. Snead passes to Rowland, gain of 3, Briggs with the tackle. Blanchard will punt. Chiara waiting inside his own 10. "37-yard punt by Blanchard, out of bounds. 1st and 10 at the 10. Hand off to Williams. 3-yard gain by Williams, Campbell on the tackle. 2nd and 7 from the 13. Pitch right to Williams. Williams on the pitch, gain of 4, Campbell on the tackle. End of the third quarter, 83 Philadelphia 19, 73 New York 7. 3rd and 3 from the 17. Harrington takes the handoff. Harrington on the carry, no gain, Campbell on the stop. Runager deep in punt formation. "45-yard punt by Runager, 9-yard return by Athens. Snead with a short drop. Short hitch to Evans. Snead throws incomplete to Evans, Briggs on the coverage. 2nd and 10 from the 47. Snead at the line. Pitch right to Evans. Evans with the lane. Evans the ball carrier, gain of 11, Wilkes on the tackle, 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 42. Hand off to Evans. Evans with the carry, gain of 11, Logan on the tackle, 1st down. Snead fades back to pass. Snead dumps it to Evans. Snead to Evans, gain of 3, Williams on the tackle. 2nd and 7. Snead with 3-step drop. Short cross to Herman. Snead completes the pass to Herman, gain of 7, Young on the tackle, 1st down. Johnson with the handoff. Johnson with a gain of 3 on the play, Briggs with the tackle. 2nd and 7. Johnson with the handoff. Johnson with a gain of 5 on the play, Hairston with the tackle. Snead brings them to the line. 3rd and 2 from the 13. Snead calling signals. Snead with a quick drop. Short slant. Snead to Tucker, gain of 6, Hopkins on the tackle, 1st down. 73 New York breaks the huddle. Running right. Johnson the ball carrier, touchdown 73 New York. Gogelak will try the point after. The kick by Gogelak is good, 83 Philadelphia 19, 73 New York 14. Gogelak boots it. The kick from Gogelak is returned 25 yards by Young, Brown on the tackle. Slips it to Williams. Williams with a gain of 2 on the play, Jacobson with the tackle. Jaworski with a quick drop. Short hitch to Oliver. Jaworski throws incomplete to Oliver, Lockhart on the coverage. 3rd and 8 at the 37. Jaworski fades back to pass. Jaworski throws to Williams. Jaworski throws incomplete to Williams. Runager deep in punt formation. Wind at his back. "45-yard punt by Runager, return of 6 by Athos. Johnson with the handoff. Johnson the ball carrier, 3-yard gain, Harrison with the tackle. Snead at the line. He fades back to pass. Short out to Herman. Snead completes the pass to Herman, 6-yard gain, Young on the tackle. 3rd and 1 from the 33. Logan in run support. The handoff to Johnson. 8-yard gain by Johnson, Harrison on the tackle, 1st down. Roland takes the handoff. 3-yard run by Roland, Williams on the tackle. Snead sets up in the pocket. Short slant to Herman. Snead completes the pass to Herman, gain of 49, Logan on the tackle, 1st down. 1st and goal from the 7. They're looking for Johnson. Snead hands to Roland. Roland on the carry, touchdown 73 New York. Gogelak will try the point after. The kick by Gogelak is good, 73 New York 21, 83 Philadelphia 19. Here's the kick from Gogelak. The kick from Gogelak is returned 13 yards by Everett, Christ on the tackle. Williams with the handoff. Williams with a 4-yard run, Files on the tackle. Give to Williams. Williams on the carry, 5-yard gain, Hughes on the tackle. 3rd and 1 from the 31. Quick handoff to Oliver. Oliver on the carry, 1-yard gain, Mendenhall on the tackle, 1st down. Jaworski to throw. Jaworski throws to Williams. Jaworski passes to Williams, 8-yard gain, Files with the tackle. 83 Philadelphia trailing by 2. 2nd and 2 from the 40. 6:50 left in the game. He's running right. Williams gains 7 on the pitch, Campbell with the tackle, 1st down. Jaworski gives to Oliver. Oliver with the carry, 3-yard gain, Files on the tackle. 83 Philadelphia trailing by 2. Jaworski at the line. Jaworski drops back to pass. Short hitch. Jaworski to Carmichael, incomplete, Athos on the coverage. 83 Philadelphia needs a big play here. 3rd and 7 from the 50. Jaworski fades back to pass. Jaworski is sacked by Mendenhall, loss of 6. Runager deep in punt formation. A 56-yard punt by Runager, touchback. Snead hands to Johnson. 2-yard gain by Johnson, Williams on the tackle. 73 New York ahead by 2. 2nd and 8. They're looking for Johnson. Snead at the line. He fades back to pass. Medium in. Snead completes the pass to Tucker, gain of 14, Hopkins on the tackle, first down. Snead slow to the line. 83 Philadelphia jumped. Johnson with the handoff. Johnson with the 3-yard run. Penalty on the play.
Offsetting penalties. Repeat first down.
73 New York by 2. Snead sets up in the pocket. Snead dumps it to Rowland. Snead throws incomplete to Rowland. Robinson on the coverage. Snead at the line. Fades back to pass. He throws underneath to Rowland. Snead completes the pass to Rowland. Gain of 4. Robinson on the tackle. New York leads by 2. 3rd and 6 from the 40. 73 New York working slowly. Johnson with the handoff. 4-yard run by Johnson. Logan on the tackle. Blanchard from punt formation. "31-yard punt by Blanchard, out of bounds. Jaworski fades back to pass. Jaworski dumps it to Quick. Jaworski to Quick, gain of 11, Lockhart with the tackle, first down. 1st and 10 from the 36. 83 Philadelphia hustling to the line. Jaworski fades back to pass. Medium out pass to Quick. Jaworski throws incomplete to Quick, Williams with the coverage. Jaworski calling signals. Jaworski fades back to pass. Short pass to Oliver. Jaworski is intercepted by Lockhart, return of 0. Johnson with the handoff. Johnson the ball carrier, no gain, Clark on the tackle. 73 New York by 2. 2nd and 10 from the 42. 1:02 in the 4th. They're in a slow down. Quick toss to Johnson. Johnson on the carry, no gain, Williams on the tackle. 3rd and 10 from the 42. Snead slow to the line. Snead at the line. Snead pitches right to Johnson. Johnson on the pitch, gain of 7, Logan on the tackle. 73 New York 21, 83 Philadelphia 19.